Welcome everyone. I'm excited to kick off today's presentation. Today, we'll be exploring Tafsir types. This is the first slide, so I just want to briefly introduce what we'll cover. We'll look at different types of Tafsir, understand their significance, and see how they vary. So, let's dive in and get started. Let's take a closer look at the first category of tafsir books, which we call Tafsir bil Mathur, or tafsir according to transmission. These books are primarily focused on transmitting explanations that come directly from the Quran, the Prophet, PBUH, his companions, and their students. The key idea here is that the authors of these tafsirs aim to stick closely to authentic sources and avoid personal opinions or unfounded interpretations. They carefully selected narrations that are well established and accepted, ensuring that what is conveyed is reliable. Of course, it's important to recognize that no tafsir is completely free of personal judgment. Any interpretation involves some level of individual insight. However, in this category, the authors made a conscious effort to minimize their personal opinions and stick as much as possible to authentic transmissions. This approach helps maintain a high level of trustworthiness and consistency in understanding the Quran. It's a very disciplined method that prioritizes transmission and authentic narration over personal speculation, which is crucial to remember as we explore different styles of tafsir and their respective value. Now, on the other hand, we have tafsirs in which the authors often relied heavily on their personal opinions when providing explanations, interpretations, and deductions. These are called tafsir bid duraya or tafsir burai, meaning tafsir according to opinion. In some of these tafsirs, you'll notice that the narrations from the Prophet, PBUH, the Sahaba and their students, known as tabi'un, are mentioned before the personal interpretations. When these deductions align with the narrated explanations, grammatical rules, and lexical meanings, they are generally considered acceptable. However, in other cases, there might be little to no regard for these narrated explanations, grammatical rules, or word meanings at all. The key point here is that tafsir of the first type, those that incorporate accepted narrations and sound principles, is acceptable. But those that rely predominantly on unfounded personal opinion are problematic. They can be considered heretical or at least bordering on heresy. Allah and his Prophet, PBUH, have explicitly forbidden unfounded explanations of the Quran. For example, in the verse, "And do not pursue that of which you have no knowledge," 17:36, we see a clear command to avoid making claims or interpretations without proper knowledge. So, when we study tafsir, it's crucial to distinguish between interpretations grounded in authentic sources and those based solely on personal opinion, which should be approached with caution.